came out. It's allowed them to cycle forward to all the cars that had to come to pit road. Some contact right there with Chase Elliott Briscoe. The chase is going at it. The door to door.
The chase is on.
Yeah. They're probably loving this. You know, as long as they take care of each other, don't put each other out, that's just good, hard racing.
Onward with Gibbs. Already 10th in the running order. Staying right in the game.
He's hoping this will sort itself out. He just doesn't really know which way to go. Can he go 3 wide here? Probably not a good idea. Can I push the 9 through? Accelerates to the inside of the 19 and gets the spot.
I actually thought Ty Gibbs showed really nice patience there because that 3 wide was open, but you and I agree, Dale, very low percentage move.
It's a delicate balance.
Looks like some damage to the left front of Herbst's car. Pretty severe on the left front of that car there.
Alex Bowman, you mentioned a huge hit last week. You know, very sore. Look at this right here, 3 wide finish. You see that damage right there. You know, Bowman won Chicago last year. Kind of surprised some of us.
He will sneak up and grab you at a road course. No doubt about it, Alex Bowman. How about the guy running second, Kim?
Yeah, can't count him out. When I checked with him this morning, he had a heating pad wrapped around himself. That pain from that huge hit last weekend in Michigan going down his back, radiating through his right leg, and it actually is the positioning of the seat of the race car that causes him the most discomfort. He has worked through it throughout the course of this race, and when I talked to him, he said, you know what, our car is really good. Our car's probably better than our driver, but maybe discrediting himself a little bit, not remembering that Chicago street course win last year.
Take a look at some of the wildness on this restart down into turn 1.
Look at this mess.
Some brake lockup from someone in the middle. A lot of bumper tag. And 11 trying to spin himself out. They're not going to let him.
No, you got to keep going.
3 right.
I wondered who was going to be the first time to get the tires. It looked like it was the 19.
He just punted him.
2 right. 2 left. 2 right. Here.
This is the LA. Yeah, this will be fun riding on board here to see.
Is Danny Hamlin at home like jealous or smiling with all these replays right here?
I told Chris Gale earlier today as crew chief, we've already done the research about drivers that win a race, sit out and win the next week. He'll be favored at Pocono as we ride with McDowell here, pushing that 11 around.
Everybody say they're checking up big there too. Going
It's just bumper
sideways,
cars. They're just
track.
driving through each other in the middle of the pack there. 38 has a left front tire issue. Must have had a lock up down into turn 1 that ended up blowing that left front tire. So he's going to try to work his way back to the pits. Back up front with Alex Bowman. Feeling a little bit of pressure from this 20 of Christopher Bell.
Back to Kim's report. I'm no doctor, but on Friday we saw Alex take the 3 steps out of the back of his trailer in a gingerly. That only impresses me more.
That can't get it. This is turns 1, 2, and 3.
Bowman's just not going to be an easy pass. You know, he's got good speed. He runs really smooth, makes minimal mistakes, doesn't really beat his tires up. Christopher Bell's really punishing the braking zones, really pushing his car, sliding tires. He's beating his car up. So he needs to make the pass quickly because eventually the 48 is just going to have a little bit better balance, a little more performance in the braking zone and so forth. And this pass gets harder and harder as the laps go by.
Van Gisbergen leading jumps him up, and that shifts the playoff cut line. Despite that, Alex Bowman, who came in only 13 to the good, finds himself now plus 29. Even though the cut line is moved, that team has really had a nice bounce back, and you see the live numbers here.
Yeah, Priest 28 below. Well, if the 88's not leading, Priest jumps above, right? The line moves down a slot. So that's why you just, you know, what did Buescher say this week? He feels like he has to win. This is why. Not just points. He feels that that cut line is going to continue to move with new winners.
You said something earlier this weekend, Steve, that as we go through the next 10 races and getting towards the playoffs, somebody like, you know, the 23 of Bubba Wallace could find himself right on top of the cut line before it's all said and done.
25 laps to go. Shane Van Gisbergen leading.
Well, remember, there's a point for the fastest lap. Kyle Larson got TKO'd by the 8 car, kind of in that wreck down in turn 1. Well, look at this. They've built this car, rebuilt this car, adjusted this car, keeps sending Kyle Larson out on the racetrack, and he's now run the fastest lap of the race. 39 laps off the pace, but he, at the moment, is picking up that extra point. Not sure I love that somebody could get that point 39 laps off, but hey, Kyle Larson, Cliff Daniels, they didn't make the rule. They just raced within it. So I appreciate the tenacity of this 5 car, and if they get this point, who knows where this may matter in the regular season standings, Marty.
And Steve, I want to give credit to Kyle Larson for that, because once they brought the car out from the garage area, that was the first question he asked Cliff Daniels. What's the fastest lap of the day? And he's had all this clean racetrack, so that's been their focus this entire time. Hey, let's go set that fastest lap of the day, and it worked.
Well, he lost the regular season championship a year ago by 1 point, so never know when they're going to add up.
And he's chasing his teammate right now for the regular season title in 2025 as they run 62 behind.